Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Imperial Holonet. I'm GID123.
And I'm Nero Cole.
And today, the two of us are going to be reviewing a little film that we like to call The Little Mermaid. That's right, folks, the one that started the Disney Renaissance of the 1990s. A childhood classic, and just one of my personal favorite Disney films. Not my favorite of favorite Disney films, but definitely one close to my heart. So,
Yes.
with that being said, Cole, you just saw the movie just today, so what was your, first or initial impression? I guess not initial impressions, because you've seen the movie before, but what was
Yes, I've
your
seen the movie before.
revisiting impressions, I guess I'll call them?
How do I really start this? Well, the thing to really start out with is no matter how objective I try to be about this movie, there's always going to be a bit of nostalgia for me because of my history with this Disney franchises. So,
yeah.
that being said, this movie overall, it's enjoyable, it's cute, and my biggest praise for this movie overall is the soundtrack is stellar.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can't praise the soundtrack enough.
Well, it's a good old Disney soundtrack from that time.
Yes. I have to say my favorite has to be Under the Sea and Kiss the Girl.
Oh, really? That's an interesting... I like those two, too. Mine has always been Poor Unfortunate Souls, but I've always been more of the villain.
Unfortunate Souls.
Well, it's Alan Menken's music. I mean, the guy's a genius.
Yes. And plus... Oh, another big plus I have to say is Ursula really brings a sense of menace to this movie. She really works for me.
Oh, yeah, doing Disney in the 90s, I say that was when their golden villains came. Ursula, Jafar, Scar, Hades.
Maleficent.
No, Maleficent was the 50s. Maleficent was before then.
Was Maleficent the 50s?
Yeah, she was Sleeping Beauty came out in the 50s. That was like one of the big last projects of
Walt Disney's
time. Hold on, wrong film. Let's just see. I have it right here. 1959. So, yeah, 50s.
Yes. So give us your. So, what are your impressions of this film? I'm curious to hear.
I've always liked The Little Mermaid growing up. It's not like my favorite of the 1990s. That one goes to Aladdin. That was my thing. But I've always really liked it. I would say that it's definitely... I think I agree with people. It's probably prototype Disney Renaissance, because that was the one that started it off.
Yeah.
But it's just like the animation is beautiful. I love glorious 2D animation. The characters are fun, although, you can kind of make some judgments, cultural...
of who's better and who works better as opposed to others.
That too, and kind of Ariel, she disobeys her dad and gets what she wants at the end.
Yeah.
If you want to make that joke. Ursula is one of the great Disney villains. I love how they always bring back her voice actress.
Yes. Kingdom Hearts, I think Kingdom Hearts even does that.
Oh, yes, that's all she does. Pat Carroll does now as Ursula.
Well, if you got paid money to do that kind of voice, who wouldn't you want to?
Well, that's true. I heard in the behind-the-scenes featurette I once watched, she said she always wanted to play a villain, so she got her wish.
Yes.
And also, let me think. That and Disney just always just good for the most part at getting their voice actors to come back and do stuff.
Yeah. Speaking of voice actors, this is just I really appreciate Eric's voice actor. If you've ever played Kingdom Hearts 2, the voice actor for him in that always came across to me as a bit too old. He never got the character in the way I thought he was originally envisioned. So the voice actor in the original movie works really well and really portrays a type of, not innocence, but a type of charm and not even sort of naivete, but...
Yeah, I've never noticed that, because I actually never noticed that or never even thought about it until you put that tweet up, because I never got that far in the Kingdom Hearts game. When I played Kingdom Hearts 2, I didn't bother. I never got that far. The Kingdom Hearts game's weird, because Kingdom Hearts 1 should be the Little Mermaid one, and yet it's like its own thing. With that,
yes.
Sidetracking.
Sidetrack. Anyways, also another big praise that I have for this film is I really love how proactive Ariel is. That's, I think, another one of this film's biggest praises. You have a couple of these Disney movies where the one of the main characters doesn't really do much, and it's up to the prince character to really save
Hmm.
the day. And I really like that. Well, that's sort of the case here. Ariel is more of she's more in the forefront. She's more
Until the end, where Eric kind of has to do the final
yes,
blow.
that's yes, but even so, it's a nice break from some of the previous Disney movies.
That's true. She definitely gets more to do. I mean, this I think this is like the first time ever where the Disney princess got more to do. The '90s was definitely the era of where Disney princesses finally started getting a little bit more characterization. Still, still got your problems, but still. Um, yeah. Also,
Uh,
King Triton's voice is always something iconic I like. He didn't he pass away recently?
one
'Cause-
second.
oh,
If he if he did, that's really sad because I really like King Triton in this. One second.
let me check. I can actually check. Yep, he did pass away back in 2011. That would explain why he didn't um, sounds the same in the Little Mermaid 3 movie. I actually
I,
have seen the Little Mermaid 2 film on VHS when I was younger. I saw a lot of those directed DVD
yeah.
movies actually as a kid.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but when did Beauty and the Beast? After how long after this did Beauty and the Beast come out?
Let's see. That wasn't the next big one, was it? No, it was.
No, I think.
No, that was the Rescuers Down Under. This
Huh.
Beauty and the Beast came out in 1991.
Okay, so not too long after this.
Right. Yeah, not too long, but I think it was Little Mermaid, then The Rescuers, which is like nobody remembers that film after Little Mermaid for some reason.
I don't. I
Not
don't
me
think I've ever
neither.
seen it.
No, although I hear it's really good. I remember Doug Walker doing his Disney December uh thing on it, and he said he really liked it. So yeah, so that's odd. Little Mermaid, then Beauty and the Beast. I don't think anything else came before that in terms of the Disney canon.
Yeah,
Let me check. I actually have. There we go.
and it's like Jeremy Johns said. It's like it's at
Yeah.
a point in the Disney Renaissance, as you call it.
Mhm.
Just Disney movies kept getting better as they went on, and it really continued that stride for quite a while too.
Even the worst Disney film at that time, I think, had some goodness to it. I mean, a lot of people blow back against Hercules for some reason. I
You
never,
know the
I never understood that. I mean, even after hearing the reviews, like, I like Hercules. That's still one of my favorites.
I do too. I love Hercules.
Mhm.
I will say that film feels very. The pacing just. I feel like it wants to be two movies at points. The pacing feels a little weird at points, but otherwise, I think it really works as a Disney film.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, well, how do you feel about the pacing about this film? Like, just structurally.
Speaking of pacing,
Yeah.
it's fairly even for the most part. Um, it moves really quick in the beginning, but then it starts to slow down toward the middle half and really picks up again toward through the third act. That works for me, in all honesty.
Oh, yeah. I love the opening credits, by the way. Just like the
Yes.
essence of underwater and fishes, and then the mer people, and you see the Atlantica and the beautiful palace.
Yeah, you really get a nice sense of the atmosphere through through the opening of this movie, and that's what a good opening to a movie should do.
Oh yeah, I think the other one, I think Aladdin and Beauty and the Beast do that really well as well.
Yes, Aladdin is the interesting part because it takes the a story being told to you from a past experience, which is quite interesting.
Oh yeah, we'll have to get to that at one point. I really love Aladdin. Got a lot to say about that one.
Yeah,
but
we'll have to get to Aladdin eventually.
yeah, but also, this also came at a point in time as well where, I don't know much about the history of Disney at this point, but, this was after the 80s and 70s where Disney was like, going down. They almost went bankrupt.
Yeah.
Did you ever see the Little Mermaid TV series?
I never did. I never even knew there was one. I knew there was an Aladdin TV series at one point that lasted, I don't know how long, but I don't think it lasted that long.
It lasted pretty long. Little Mermaid TV series didn't last as long. They did get the voice of Ursula back. It's not very canonical with anything, but then again, neither is actually Aladdin was more canonical than the Little Mermaid one. But
The interesting thing about this, though, is I think the music peaked so high, and I think the one big praise, like I said before, the music is one of the biggest praises of this movie,
Oh,
and
totally.
I don't know if the sequels ever hit that stride again.
Well, of course not. They're direct-to-video sequels.
Yeah, so I think
We don't even count
if
them anymore. They're not even technically canon. Disney canon. Whatever that
yeah,
means.
so
How about we just go through the characters a little bit, one by one? You brought up
yeah,
Ariel being proactive. What else do you like about her? Is she your favorite Disney princess? Your least favorite?
she and Belle are probably among my two favorites,
I like Belle
mostly
too, though.
because I really like the spin they put on the whole Disney princess trope,
Hmm.
especially with Ariel. I mean, for a good portion of the time, like picture Sleeping Beauty, for example, as I haven't seen that movie in years, but just considering the structure of that movie, it plays the trope as like it always has been, where the princess is the damsel in distress, and she gets the prince in the end. They all ride off to the sunset, whatever. I really like that. That's kind of the case here, but we see it spun on its head a bit. We get to see a young and enthusiastic um, Disney princess, and that just really hits home for me. And that's one of the reasons I love Belle as well.
Oh, right. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Somebody was someone was texting me something. Oh, sorry. But
It was red. It was red.
yeah, I know that. But yeah, she's definitely the most characterized of Disney princesses beforehand.
Yeah, yeah. I like how they handle Sebastian in this. At first, when I was a little weary of him when the film first started, and he kind of plays the kind of stick by the rules, though he has a big heart.
Right.
I really like that they humanize him a bit more and put him and Ariel together, and I think that was a really smart decision on the director's part, or whoever's decision was to do that.
Yo, definitely. You like Sebastian? I think he's the comic relief.
He's the comic relief, sure. Strangely, I always thought, for some reason, Flounder appears like he's going to be that at first, but then Sebastian really takes the cake and really takes the role as that.
Yeah.
So, speaking of Flounder, what's your opinion of Flounder?
I like Flounder. He's nice. I mean, he's nice. That's all I can say. He's a cute little gubby fish.
If I had to pick out a weak point, he probably would be. I kind of wish we got more of his input throughout the rest of the movie.
He's just a sidekick. I mean, I think Sebastian probably does more.
Yeah.
Then again, I think Flounder and the seagull Scully, right?
Yes, Scully.
Scully are probably the two weak points. He
Yeah.
doesn't do much, and they both don't do much. I mean, you don't have to have, not every character needs a point. I mean, Flotsam and Jetsam are pretty much non-existent.
Yeah, but they serve as like the enemy sidekicks, and that was kind of a trope at the time.
Oh, yeah, and I think, let's talk about... Oh, let's actually, before we get to Ursula, let's talk about King Triton. I like his character a lot.
I do too. My only down point for his character is I kind of wish we had gotten a little more interaction between him and Ariel toward the end of the movie.
Oh, totally. I mean, he just pretty much, just on a dime, gives her legs.
Yeah, that it felt heartfelt, sure, but I'm like, I want to see more father and daughter conversation, more interaction. That's just something that felt needed, but it didn't hurt the movie.
Oh yeah, I would agree with that. What about Eric, Prince Eric? What do you think of him? For him, he's another one of those non-entities. He always smelled like a plot point than an actual important person.
Yeah, I mean, sure, he has all the tropes, all the traits of the Disney princess at the time. He's charming. He's not as outgoing as Ariel, but he's a genuinely good person, and I think that's what Ariel is drawn to. And plus, he's a looker, so of course she's drawn to that.
Well, of course, he's a looker. He gotta be. He's a Disney.
Yeah, of course, she has to be. Why wouldn't he be?
Yeah, of course. Duh.
But he's I would have liked some of the dialogue between him and Ariel when Ursula is attacking is a little cliche and a little underacted, but other than that, he serves his purpose pretty well.
Oh, I agree. He's plot point. He's just a plot point. So I just think all the other characters are just, there. Let's talk about the best character probably in the film, Ursula. She's probably the best.
Probably.
I just like her. She's just dynamic. She's fun. There's an interesting backstory which sadly never gets fleshed out. Like she gets banished. Why? I feel like there's something there, or there probably was in the original version.
Maybe there was an intention to do more of a sequel at first. I don't know. I don't know how.
There's a stage play that goes into that. That says like Triton and Ursula were brother and sister, and their father was Poseidon. Poseidon gave Triton the Triton, and Ursula got the magic shell. That's in the stage play. You should go. I don't know if they're doing that anymore, but if they did, go see it, and if not, try to find it on YouTube. You can't find it on YouTube.
Interesting. Yeah, Ursula is maniacal. She's cunning, and she's all around a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, totally.
I love her. I love her on the Unfortunate Soul song.
I love the way her body moves, just like octopus. I love things with I like the octopus legs just all roaming around. Like they have like a mind of their own almost.
Yes. And like I said, and the other interesting thing before we close up is the interesting thing about the Blu-ray version. This looks like the most unaltered Blu-ray movie that I have seen in a while, because when I watched Tarzan on Netflix, the animation looks a lot cleaner, and I don't know if it was originally that way or Tarzan's just one of the most cleanest Disney movies, but I think it's probably just been altered a bit. Really? But
right.
The Little Mermaid over what?
It looks what I like to call looks dirty, like came out of the 80s.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw that once happen too with Fantasia a while back. Yeah. Fantasia is not meant to look clean.
Yeah. That's part of the style.
Oh, totally. Like there's if you watch the Nine on Bald Mountain sequence for Fantasia, it looks really weird being all clean. It's supposed to look dirty and darker.
Yes, I love the Night on Bald Mountain song and that whole instance with Chernabog, I think is what his name is.
Yeah, that's his name.
Yeah.
So where would you rank Ursula among the Disney villains? Like all the Disney villains you can think of, or at least the greats.
She would probably be in the top 5. I don't know if I could pinpoint that exactly. I'd have to watch some of the other Disney. Maybe that's one video we'll do, like top 5 Disney villains.
Well, I can do that. I'd probably rank her. Let's see. I'd probably make her like number 3, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I was going for.
Like for me, it's Maleficent and Jafar are 1 and 2.
Yes.
Same here. Oh, cool. Maleficent definitely number 1. It should be Chernabog technically, but as a villain, he doesn't do much.
Yes.
Although I'm kind of for Maleficent, I'm kind of tainted by Kingdom Hearts at this point.
Yeah, so it's kind of hard not to love Maleficent after Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, totally. But yeah, Ursula's in Kingdom Hearts too. That's always been a
yes, and 1 and 2, and Chain of Memories, and Dream Drop Distance.
I think she's in all of them. No, not all of them.
I don't think she's in 358 over 2 days.
No, she isn't.
She might be in Recoded.
Yeah. Definitely.
So is there anything else we need to talk about?
Animation. We talked about animation, right?
Yes, we talked about animation.
Animation, history, we went over that. Pacing. Not much to say about a movie that's been around for so many years and is a classic.
Yes.
To
close this off, all I will say, people, is if you have children and you want to watch a movie that you're not going to want to gouge your eyes out during, get this movie. It's a family classic, and I think you won't be disappointed.
Oh, I agree with that. Most things Disney, for the most part, are just fun to watch with kids, adults, especially stuff from the 90s, my generation. Yes. So yeah, folks, that's our very short review of The Little Mermaid. We didn't have much to say, sadly. I guess, what can you say about a film that's, pretty much great without, getting to the little nitpicks about it,
Yep.
It's some societal thing if you're like really thinking hard.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all we have to say. So signing off, everybody. We made it to 20 minutes. Yes.
Yep. Later, everyone.